Hello, good morning to all women here. Kindly put your hands in your tummy and imagine an angel right inside you. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it so fulfilling and heartwarming? I respect women who don't want to feel alive physically and consider different methods, but in my case, it was my lifelong dream of becoming a mother, an experience of exhausting but worth it previous time. I have an inclination that I may be pregnant. My monthly period doesn't arrive. It almost ran in 2 months, and that's why breakfast was had, and I feel exhausted, and I also vomited. I take the test in the morning, and a few minutes later, it's asking, grateful and nervous. It's such a blessing to be pregnant, and I feel incredibly lucky to be able to experience pregnancy. I know that at any minute, my health or the health of the baby could change, even though it's too early in my pregnancy. That's fine. But I am already 20 years old, become pregnant. I think it's not too early anymore. I don't know that ancient Pelicans have to track and each week of my pregnancy. I would highly recommend using this app. They give you the correct information about the changes both you and the baby are experiencing each week and compare the size of your baby to fit. It always a surprise to see how much is growing to me. During my first trimester, I crave foods such as manzanas, apples, Asian maiden, synchronous, and papaya. I don't like the smell of garlic, and I already don't like the foods that I used to like. I struggles nausea, especially during afternoon and evening. I very rarely experience morning sickness, and I was thankful to never throw up. However, I was nauseous almost every day until when I went to bed. I was also always hungry, and eating apple with salt was the only thing that made me feel better. During the first few weeks of my pregnancy, I was too nervous to continue doing so. About a month into my pregnancy, I started getting very nauseous and very tired. I decided to keep my body a break and will start working out until I was feeling better again. And also during my first trimester, the health care provider gave me a prenatal vitamins, just like pyrosulfate, folic acid, calcium, and ascorbic acid, and vitamin C. According to my research, kidshealth.org, having a healthy baby means making sure you're healthy too. One of the most important things you can do to help prevent serious birth defect is your baby is to get enough folic acid every day, especially before conception and during early pregnancy. What is folic acid? Folic acid or folate is B vitamin found mostly in dark green vegetables like broccoli and spinach, legumes such as beans and peas, and enriched grains. What are the benefits of folic acid? Women who are pregnant or trying to become pregnant should get at least 400 micrograms or 0.4 milligrams of folic acid daily before conception and for at least 3 months after birth. That is that this greatly reduces as a baby risk of serious neural tube defects. Calcium most women 19 and older, including those who are pregnant, don't often get the daily 1000 milligrams of calcium that's recommended because your growing baby's calcium demands are high. You should increase your calcium consumptions to prevent a loss of calcium from your own bones. Your doctor will also likely prescribe prenatal vitamins for you, which may contain some extra calcium. What is pyrosulfate? According to WebMD.com, this medication is an iron supplement used to treat or prevent low blood levels of iron, such as those caused by anemia or pregnancy. Iron is an important mineral that the body needs to produce red blood cells and keep you in good health. Pregnant women need about 30 milligrams of iron every day. Because iron is needed to make hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying component of red blood cells. Red blood cells circulate throughout the body to deliver oxygen to all its cells. Without enough iron, the body can make enough red blood cells, and the body's tissues and organs will get the oxygen they need to function well. So, it is especially important for pregnant women to get enough iron in their daily diet for themselves and their growing babies. Why you need vitamin C during pregnancy? Both you and your baby need vitamin C daily because your bodies use it to make collagen, a structural protein that's a component of cartilage, tendons, bones, and skin. Vitamin C is also important for healthy immune system, known as ascorbic acid. Vitamin C is essential for tissue repair, wound healing, bone growth and repair, and healthy skin. Vitamin C helps your body fight infection and acts as an antioxidant, protecting cells from damage, which is according to babycenter.com. During my second trimester, so happy, quite possibly for the happiest I ever been in my life. I know being pregnant is not easy, but I know it's really worth it in the end. Vegetables and fruit. After 3 months of craving nothing but apple, papaya, and cinnamons is the best. My second trimester is some healthy cravings that I was thankful for. And I like to crave tamarind everything. My husband is on the rescue to buy for it. We had our first ultrasound in November. My tummy is 4 months that day, and so our baby's heartbeat for first. It was hands down my favorite moment in a pregnancy thus far. Such a relief. We ended up having one more ultrasound during this trimester. Seeing the heartbeat a total of 2 times every time was just as exciting. As the first, my nausea was almost complete gone by that time. My second trimester rolled around. It started later and later every evening until it only lasted about an hour or so every night. Around 14th, it completely went away, and I was so thankful. I felt so good the rest of my second trimester that I often forgot I was even pregnant. Having a hard time getting used to light, tying my shoe, and putting up my socks. My new growing belly, but so grateful for it. During my third trimester, still grateful, but now also very scared and oftentimes anxious, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic that already hit more in our country right as I entered my third trimester. The crisis has brought much uncertainty and fear to my pregnancy. I crave sweets for this trimester. I've never been a big sweets person, but my third trimester has brought an all sugar cravings. My sugar treat of choice? Cloud9 overload with peanut. Still garlic that I don't really like to smell. During this trimester, I peed a lot, like a lot. Waking up several times of night to go pee wasn't fun at all. Days were the worst. This third trimester was also when I found out we were having a baby. James and I were both so surprised, though James liked baby boy, but we are still blessed and grateful for it. Baby girl moved around like a ninja. She's so active and I loved it. My favorite moment of the day is the hour before I fall asleep, when I lay in bed and just enjoy feeling her move around, especially when I play pregnancy music. It's been an amazing bonding experience for us during my pregnancy, and especially this trimester, I started exercise like walking and enjoy some fresh air. I walked every morning, 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. and afternoon 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. So, during my pregnancy, I like dancing, especially at TikTok when I felt bored. And during my 38 weeks, I started eat pineapple and drink pineapple juice every walking exercise. It helps me soften my cervix. According to my research, whattoexpect.com, You may have read that eating a whole pineapple can start bleeding due to enzyme remedy, which is thought to help soften the cervix and trigger contractions. Again, this theory has yet to be supported by clinical evidence. Very few studies have looked at eating pineapple or drinking pineapple juice as a way to induce labor. During the 8 weeks and 5 days, I was having contractions, but I managed it and I already experienced the signs of labor, like belly and lower back pain and body shake. During that day, I really don't expect because I'm not yet mature, so I went to buy something. And immediately I checked how dilated was my cervix was. When she checked, she said, "You are not seeing dilated." But my bag of water doesn't broke yet. So I kept waiting and changed clothes or dress out, and the midwife gave me a primrose oil to drink. According to OneExpect.com, primrose oil contains an omega-3 fatty acid called gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, or precursor to prostaglandins. Prostaglandins, also found in sperm, are hormone-like substances that help soften the cervix in preparation for birth. And after that, they kept me and telling me to do spot exercise to help me broke the bag of water, but I can't fight them. So they bring me to the delivery room, and after that, they broke my water bag and they told me to push. My first push wasn't great. I apparently pushed from my head instead of pushing down. They asked me to push again. I pushed the second time, harder, and they kept shouting, "Keep pushing!" So I kept pushing until my sweet baby girl slipped away. They told me to reach out with my hands and grab her, and I did. It was like the most amazing thing. And I held my baby in my chest, going skin to skin for about 10 minutes before she was taken from me and weighed. She weighed a whopping 7 pounds. Baby April Haley is almost 1 year and 6 months now. She's the sweetest little daughter. All the morning sickness, and pain were almost worth it. That was how my sweet baby girl entered the world at 38 weeks and 5 days at 6:22 p.m. I remember those funniest moments that I ate tidbits pineapple sachet because it's too far from markets to buy pineapple, so my husband buy a sachet tidbits pineapple instead of whole pineapple. But it's still the same. I just find it funniest moment because after I ate sashimi tidbits that time, I was having contractions or labor signs that tomorrow. Let's try this tomorrow. This also reminds me how lucky I am for my husband. He's provided such a great support, especially during the last weeks of pregnancy and during my delivery when I really needed it. I can't imagine going through this journey without him. He's such a great dad to our daughter. And I saw this quote from Tina Brown, which she states that having a baby is falling in love again, but with your husband and your child. Yes, it's true, and somehow falling in love more deeply than ever before. Thank you.